one.
Goodbye.
Keep in touch with yourself.
Hi, this is Robbie Benson with news of a new sound for Sunday night on Radio 1.
Hello, Robbie.
It's going to be funky, it's going to be jazzy, and it's going to be soulful too. Join me at 9 for the new sound on Sunday night. 275 285 and Stereo VHF. It's this Sunday for the first day of funk.
What is this saying?
Funk it.
Thank you, Doctor. BBC Radio 1 275 285 FM 88 to 92 megahertz is one of my favourite tunes from this year. I love it, I love it, I love it. Makes me feel like making love. The Kinks, don't forget to dance.
You look out of your window and what you love to do the most. And when they ask me how you danced, I say that you danced real close.
Oh, darling, don't forget to dance. Those fabulous Kinks brothers. Well now, here's our clues on the CTQ for today. Have we got a bit of music for this? Oh, wonderful. Okay, it's the name of a group. You get the answer by taking the first letter of each answer to these trivia questions. Question 1, who played Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise in Star Trek? 2, Larry Hagman, who's JR in Dallas, as you know, starred in a comedy series of the 60s where he was continuously harassed by a mischievous magical genie. Name that TV show. I'll name that TV show in 1. 3, she co-starred with James Dean in the cult movie of the 50s, Rebel Without a Cause. However, she died tragically a few years ago. Her last film is released today. It's called Brainstorm. Who is she? Question 4, he epitomized the glitter era of the early 70s with hits like I Love You, Love Me, Lover, and Rock and Roll Parts 1 and 2. Who is it? 5, an American TV show about life on an army camp, shown fairly late at night, done in the 50s in fact, but shown on BBC here and all around the world and still phenomenally popular. The leading character has got to be the all-time con man. You know it, you know it. We'll have the answer for you in 15 minutes' time, and as we've got a long show today, 3 hours, we'll do another one. We'll have another CTQ at 3 o'clock, and we'll do the answer toward the end of the programme. That's the kind of guy I am. Right, what do we have next for you? Pub landlords were complaining yesterday about their worst ever Christmas in Grays in Essex. Good afternoon, Grays, where 11 drunk drivers have been jailed. One licensee said, I've never sold so much lemonade in all my life. Coming up in just a moment, who's the most beautiful girl in the world? Find out.
Every evening, when all my days work is through, I call my baby, and let's go watch a movie. That's what I say, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Wright in the afternoon. BBC Radio 1, 275 285.
275 285 and Stereo VHF.
Britain's number 1.
Ba-da-da-da, 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 ba-da-da.
Great Britain's Christmas number 1, those Flying Picket Boys, and Only You, okay, yeah. Well, it's already 9 minutes to 3. Good afternoon to you if you're at the sales, listening in a shop somewhere. Hello! 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 We're on the air now. Who is the most attractive female on Earth? Come on. Who is the world's most attractive female? Well, question here, who's the most beautiful woman in the world today? Incredibly, it's not some sexy actress or curvy celebrity. It's actually someone much closer to home. Now, when pollsters asked the question, an astonishing 21% of the men and women surveyed said either my wife, my mother, my girlfriend, my daughter, or me. Dynasty beauty Linda Evans ranked the highest of any celebrity, but she only got 4% of the total votes. What a thing, eh? What a thing.
That makes us so angry! We can throw the phones down!
I know what you're saying there. And she barely managed to edge out legendary lovely Elizabeth Taylor, who got only 3% of the votes. Next were former Charlie's Angels star Jacqueline Smith, followed by our own Princess Diana. Yes! Then it was ageless beauty Sophia Loren, supermodel Christy Brinkley, former Wonder Woman Linda Carter, and model Cheryl Teagues, who each got 2% of the vote. Dallas star Victoria Principal, surprisingly, was 10th with only 1% of the vote. Is that right?
That's right, Steve. That is correct.
Amazingly, 28% of the people polled said they couldn't select any one woman because there were too many to choose from, and another 13% said they just weren't sure who to pick.
Yes, so, Mr. Wright.
But that is very heartwarming, isn't it? That most people asked said they would either choose their mother or their wives or their girlfriends or fiancés or whatever. It is a well-known fact that my fiancée is the most beautiful girl in the world anyway, really. Cindy is the most beautiful girl. Really.
You ask me where to begin.
It's just after 3 o'clock on Radio 1. There's Michael Jackson, of course, from the Thriller album. Well, one or two good movies on the rounds from today. In fact, we've got a list here of movies and pantos which are prepared for you. Brainstorm, the last film Natalie Wood ever made, is on release today. Also Zelig with Woody Allen, which is really a send-up of documentaries. He plays what I would call a chameleon in it. Jaws 3D with Simon McCorkindale, Jamie Lee Curtis in Trading Places, and Sean Connery in Never, Never Say Never. One or two holiday pantos, Tom O'Connor in Aladdin in Liverpool, John Noakes in Robinson Crusoe in Guildford, my favourite place, Guildford. Oh, yes, be lovely when it's built. Richard O'Sullivan in Aladdin in London, that's down at the Shaftesbury Theatre, and Dana and Snow White at the Phoenix, also in London. Lulu and Jeremy Beadle in Jack and the Beanstalk in Lewisham. No, it's a very good show, apparently. Vince Hill in the Pied Piper in Hull, and I do understand that DLT is in Panto in Bournemouth. I don't know the name of the Panto. Maybe if Dave's listening, he'll give me a ring in the studio and let me have all the details, because sometime this week, we're all going to go down and heckle. We are going to heckle Travis off stage, no question about it. So there's one or two pantos for you to see.
Hello, Steve Wright on an holiday Tuesday afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Wally.
Hello.
Listen, Wimp, did you have a good Christmas, did ya?
Yes, I did.
Good on you, Wally. Listen, mate, just before I go out to the sales, do you mind if I ask you a question?
No, go ahead, that's all right.
What's a Grecian urn?
I don't know.
About 20 quid a week.
Terrific.
Get on, Wally.
Bye.
And now here's another true story about dishonesty. Michael Fry and Kenneth Harris work in a Chicago petrol station. One day, 3 gunmen entered the garage early one morning, tied them up and helped themselves to $5,000 from the station safe and $390